DVDs and that.
Yeah. All right. Keep talking, guys. We're just got back from running the line. Gonna go live here real quick. Give me a second to get everything set up. But this is the fun part that I like to do. I like to spur the moment, show you what's going on, that sort of thing. But let me show you. Most importantly, we got Brian Flowers with Fur Life TV. And we got the one and only Tom Miranda, the adventure bow hunter, but his roots are trapping. And so really cool. We're going to get this camera set up. I'm just going to let it roll. And as we're letting it roll, I'll try and swing by and answer some questions or whatever that come across the screen as they come. But we're just here finishing up the line. Brian, you want to hold that real quick?
Sure will.
When I get this set up?
Yep.
Gives people time to jump on and so on and so
A
forth.
few rats hanging.
Yeah.
Tom's signing some mugs. We're going to be doing a giveaway. Actually, a couple giveaways, so.
All right, let me see that bad boy. Hey, Tommy Bryant, what's going on?
Living the dream.
Tommy, aren't you supposed to be out trapping, buddy? What do you think, Tom? Is Tommy Bryant supposed to be out trapping or what? He's out here.
Check out these cool mugs. Throw a few signatures on these babies.
Yep.
Had a good time today. A lot of fun.
Yep. So Tom is here. He's up doing some segments with Fur Life TV, and if you're not watching Fur Life TV, give it a look. Subscribe. You know, all of that sort of fun stuff. But we was out doing a little recording and spur of the moment. On Monday, I had 0 traps in the ground, so we scratched together enough to get our hands dirty. But no canines today. I had plenty of canine sets out for coyote, but unfortunately, I couldn't deliver today. The lucky horseshoe set didn't come through. Sorry, Tom.
That's the way it goes.
Hey, let's trap it.
Yep. But I'm glad I didn't have to. Yeah, we got Chris. We didn't get the freezing rain last night. We got rain. I heard close to a ½ inch of rain last night, but the wind was nasty. We had set all our traps. The forecast was for a northwest wind, so we set all our traps. And again, we're going for first night catches here, second night catches, and all our traps are set up for northwest. And of course, it shifted to the east. So, hey, it is what it is. It's what happens. It goes to show. So, I've been, every year you learn more and more, right? And I think, even with you up here, Brian, I mean, you just every time you trap with somebody different, you learn more stuff. And I've always known when to be super important, right? Especially, where you're putting your set, whatever. But what I've started keeping records of is like a lot of times when you have a set that's been worked from behind, that coyote doesn't know that that's a trap down there.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you pay attention to where that wind was coming from,
That's the way you smelled it.
it's very, it's very likely that that's the direction he was working the set from. Very likely, but so I don't know. I've been paying a lot of attention to that. But.
Well, that's the thing. Most of these coyotes don't go to trap avoiding schools. So I mean, that's the way he smelled the set. That's the way he worked.
Right,
So
right.
If you got a swirling wind, it's just like sitting at a tree stand.
Yeah,
It's
You can feel it in the back of your neck, and it's like, okay, the big buck didn't show up tonight.
yeah, yeah.
Well, if you look at deer hunting wise, if you're the trap, by being the deer hunter in the tree, you don't want them to smell you. You want to be downwind of the way they're coming. So you want to make sure that you're in the right spot. It's the same thing. 4 out of 5 animals will approach from downwind because they find it with the lure first. Of course, that changes with the kill squeak because then they're using their ears and they're all over the place. But they're always using their nose. Guys.
Well, if you look, so that footage I sent you from Kodiak.
Absolutely.
If you watched how those foxes approached that set, they didn't smell it first, right? They were just coming
Hunting
across
the
the
sound.
terrain, and then when they heard that, their heads started doing that number. You could tell they picked up on that audible,
Yep.
right? And then they would circle that set all over the place, and then they'd finally come in and commit to it. But that was amazing to watch. That was
Nothing
that
better
was
than that trail
incredible.
cam footage,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
See
that was
exactly what
incredible.
happens. Pretty cool.
That was a great. Hey, Mark Novi, how are you, buddy? But yeah, no, that was just incredible to see that, you know, in the wild. I mean, that's wilderness country, you know, and just to see it in that terrain, that habitat was pretty freaking cool.
That was great.
Cool.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun today.
Yeah, you got your boots dirty?
Oh my goodness! What, the first trap we checked, we got to make?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
it was crazy. Yeah, no, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, good buck mink. So you know that weather, the weather was, the front was coming through, and you know that front will get them moving. And so yesterday when Brian left, I was like, I gotta go get a couple mink traps out. So not that was a set specifically for mink, but the other ones that we put in, you know, I was trying to pick up on the front. But so it was cool. It was cool to get a nice
And
buck
Maker,
mink.
like I said before, it's a waiting game.
Yeah.
You have to have a trap there for when he comes through.
Oh yeah.
And he'll come through the same spot every
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. And you just hope when Tom Miranda's with you that he can't do it.
Hey, we
Glad I was here.
We pulled it off and cut some stuff while Tom was here. You know?
Absolutely.
Hey Lance, he's wanting to know how's Tom.
I'm doing good, man. I flew up here yesterday in the afternoon and come up from Florida where I live, and a lot cooler up here, I can tell you, but I had just a wonderful, wonderful time. It's been a long time since I've actually been on the trap line, actually running traps and checking sets, and boy, did it bring back memories. Memories of the old Ohio trap line back in the day. You know, when you're 11 years old and your parents let you get up at 3:30 in the morning and run traps before school. I mean, those are the memories that I was having today. And just watching the colony traps with 3 rats in it, you know, like those were the fun catches, and the raccoons that are caught in the muskrat sets. And we didn't have much luck on the predators today, which is my specialty and what I love to do. And we're going to be back out there again tomorrow working on it. But I had just a blast, and you know, there's just nothing like it. I've traveled the world bow hunting, but it all comes back around to the trapping for me. It just kind of always has. I mean, that was my roots, and that's how I grew up, and that's how I made my money back in the day as a kid. And when I got out of school, I built a cabin and ran traps in Michigan, of all places. So I really love it. There's nothing like it. And you learn something every day when you're a bow hunter, just like you do when you're a trapper. And I learned things today. I mean, this new system that Jeff's got, how he rigs up the stakes and rigs up the traps and adjusts for the water and all the things that he does. I mean, that wasn't around when I was running long lines. And so that's really cool. And just phenomenal what you can do with that kind of equipment. And just had a lot of fun. Just great time with Brian and what he's doing with the show and everything. Just giving me the opportunity to kind of get my big toe wet and back into trapping. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, boys.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad you could make it.
Yeah.
It was an awesome time. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't sleep much last night, knowing Tom was going to be on the line. Talk about anxiety. So I definitely had some anxiety, you know, knowing Tom was going to be out. And I was just hoping that we'd get some rats and maybe a mink, and I was really hoping we'd get a coyote today. But it's how it goes. But next time, Brian can give me a little better heads up.
I called you from
Called you from the airport.
from Ohio. I told you I was on my way.
But no, it's a fun system to use. You know,
Oh,
it's just it's a great system. Dave Verts mentioned. Dave, you mentioned you can't use the kill squeaks in Wisconsin, which good for you. I know where you live. Hop over the line into Michigan and knock them out up there, man. But yeah, he's just below the Michigan line. So in fact, I believe he buys a Michigan license every year. Use them up there, Dave, because they do work. They're fun as heck to use. It gives another perspective, like you're saying, another dimension.
Yeah.
The scent, the smell, the audible.
Now you got. Yep.
And you don't have to be as crazy as my pal Tim Wells to use them either.
Spear chucker.
Yeah, we were talking the other day, like, well, we got to have Tim out here, Mr. Tim Wells out here too, but for dispatch, we're afraid he's going to use a spear and go
Or a blowgun.
Absolutely. Yeah, they were teasing today. I brought these predator trapping hats to pass around to everybody, and we didn't catch one today, so I decided maybe next time I'm going to have to do some muskrat trapping hats.
Yeah, it's in the works. Definitely got to get some muskrat ones. We'll see. Yeah, exactly. How far you put them from the set. The kill. You want to talk about how you would set up the kill squeaks? Or?
Well, they are originally designed to go in live traps, so you want them, as close to the trap as you can because you want the animal to find the trap. That's the whole point, is to catch them. But at the same token, they're very, very quiet. Many people that bought them didn't think they worked. I got many emails that they don't work. And I said, they were older guys. I said, put it up to your ear. Listen, it's there. And it's just a very, very light squeak. So they're really, really natural. But you can imagine in the middle of the dark night and a fox or a coyote working up a trail or a bobcat, and they just hear that just peep of a peep of a peep. And that low volume not only allows the battery to last longer, but it really intrigues these animals to find that sound. So the closer you can get it, if you can get it down in the bait hole, if you can get it in the pipe, you're going to have better success closer to the trap. The other thing too, if you use nets, well, the reality is these things are so quiet, people will walk by, they won't even know your trap's there. But the animals will find them. So yeah, they're really, really cool.
Yeah, so just to kind of add on, when we were up in Kodiak and we were using a lot of them up on Kodiak Island, and I don't know that they had hit the market yet at that time or not. I don't remember. You gave them to me at the NTA, and I think they were just starting to get to the distributors and whatnot, like Minnesota Trapline products. But when we were up on Kodiak, I set them up in two different ways. Primarily, I set them up in the spruce trees. Because I was trying to get a Kodiak brown bear to eat one. That was my goal. And
you got them for free.
Yeah. And we definitely got the bear coming in, taking the kill squeak, but unfortunately the cell cam was on photo and not video, so we missed the video footage of him eating it. But then the other ways that we were using was right down in the dirt holes, I never had one that was destroyed or, it wasn't reusable or anything like that. Not saying that if you got an inch of rain last night and it's down in a dirt hole that it wouldn't be, submerged in the water. But when I made a catch, my trap chain just went over top of that dirt hole. It never even disturbed that kill squeak down there. That animal didn't continue to dig for it. This is all on video. It was more concerned with being caught and held. So we dusted them off and, remade the set and put them back down the hole.
And you can actually put them inside a sandwich bag and still hear it. They'll still be able to hear it inside a sandwich bag if you're worried about moisture.
Yep, I've heard of people doing that. Yep. And so, yeah, they're a cool product to play with. Years ago, I was down in New Mexico up on a mountain range down there, and we were using one of the older ones. I can't remember who made them, but it was very loud and almost like you were trying to call an animal loud, right? Like you were out there with a squeaker or a mouth call or something, rabbit in distress or something is what it really sounded. Yeah. And so we were putting those up in the trees and whatnot to try and get cats into the area. This is not that.
No,
this is
totally
not
different.
that. So if you tried those and, whatever your experience was, positive or negative, these are not that. These are different than that. These are, like you said, they sound just like a mouse. A very faint pitched squeak. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah. It's a warm meal.
It's a warm meal.
It's a warm meal if they can find it.
Yeah. Speaking of warm meals, we're gonna have some steak
That's
tonight.
what I'm thinking.
Maybe
Gotta celebrate.
maybe some Coke and something to go in the Coke. Or...
Chicken in a fish place. I love this country. Hey, yeah, we got some cool mugs here too.
Yep. So Tom
yeah.
is signing. So as many of you may know, we've got Trapline Coffee that's been launched. The official coffee of the National Trappers Association. So get out there and join your Trappers Association, whether it's state, national, fur takers. Get out there and join them. Tom is here. He's signing some of those mugs. We're going to do some form of giveaway with him to help promote Tom, to help promote Fur Life, to help promote Trapline Coffee. So we'll be doing it. Where's the chocolate milk? Sorry, Tommy. No chocolate milk, buddy. We go coffee. Mark Novi, pay attention. We'll be giving some away. Let's see here. Hey, Bill. Hey, Bob. No, Mark says no hat for Jeff. He ain't caught any coyotes without horseshoes. You know what the darndest thing, Mark? I can't find that stinking horseshoe, and I haven't caught a coyote since. It's been like 24 hours now. I haven't caught a friggin' coyote, or maybe it's been 36. I don't remember. But yeah, I got to get that horseshoe back. It must be upside down or something. Let's see. Hey, Tucker, how are you doing, buddy? Harry, how are you? Mark says, I can't catch predators. Show me how. There's videos out there, buddy. Go get one of Miranda's videos. That's what most of us learned on. So just good stuff. So again, we're just here. We're signing stuff, or Tom's signing stuff. Just playing around out on the line. So if you're just joining, watch Fur Life. Join that Fur Life. Subscribe. Follow Tom Miranda, obviously. Here's while we're throwing stuff out there, the Master Trappers book. Christmas is coming, right?
That's right.
What a great gift for Christmas. I got one for Christmas last year, and it was signed. Bob wants to know, Tom, do you still trap any at all?
This is my first time I've been out since 1994. Besides a little bit of testing I did around the house with the kill squeak, this is the first trap line I've been on. I've been bow hunting since I got out of trapping, but I've never lost interest, and I've never lost the supporting trapping and all the things about it. I mean, I just love trapping. Trapping made me a better bow hunter, and it gave me an opportunity to go on and actually get onto ESPN TV and do what I was able to do. So I've enjoyed it all, think about it all, and finally now I'm getting to a point in my life where I can get the chance to go back. And that's what I'm trying to do, go back into it. I've been to the last couple of, I didn't go to the NTA this year, but last couple I've went to, and the Fur Takers, and trying to get back into it. I went to the mink school, what was it, the Minktoberfest this year too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm getting around and back into it. Only for myself, only for the fact that I just want to get back to my roots and enjoy it. I really love trapping. It really made me who I am today. The work ethic and everything that goes with trapping made me the person that I am today, and I'm grateful to the sport.
Bob says he followed you his entire life.
Ah, very cool. Thank you.
Yep. I think many of us
I've been very blessed to have just amazing sportsmen and outdoorsmen, many of them much better trapper than me, much better bow hunter than me, but I was the fortunate one that got to be in the right place at the right time, to get in front of the masses, to get on TV, and I've just never forgotten those roots, and it's always been an honor and a privilege to be in the spotlight and to promote it the best I could. And so yeah, very, very dedicated to all the people who have been dedicated for me for all these years. So thank you very much. It means a lot.
Yep, definitely. It's cool. It was such an honor, to have you out there on the trap line today. And but to just see kind of the spark in your eye, jump down in the ditch and he's right over my shoulder. I thought I was going to yell up at the truck if we had one. No. Oh, Mr. Tom was right there. He was in it.
Hey, man, every morning's like Christmas. You don't know what you're going to get, right? Yeah. It's all about it.
Yep, but we were one spot. We were able to. So we're in an area. Just a real quick story. So Nick, Ernie, and I were trapping these ditches a couple weekends ago, and we pulled quite a few rats out of these ditches. And Brian calls the other day and said, "Well, Tom Miranda's gonna be joining you on your line." And I went, "Oh shit! Well, that's interesting. You know, most of the ground down here is all private ground, and most of it's locked up until January 1st because of deer season, so you can't get on a lot of it." And so I know a great spot that's easy walking. You know, it's got a great bottom, and there should be a few stragglers in there, and you could definitely tell Nick and I did a pretty good job in there. Yeah. And we were picking up scraps. When I was setting it, or when Brian and I were setting it, we could find where there was a little bit of fresh sign. When we could find the fresh sign, we could get on the rats. But there was one spot where I think we had 6 traps. We caught 4 rats and a mink. So that was a good spot. That was a good spot. But if, you know, previous to that, you know, all of those spots we stopped, you know, were like that. And unfortunately, just things are locked up right now, you know, because we definitely got some more of those out there. But got some good footage for the show.
Absolutely. I think so.
And you guys are going to do some segments for, I think, conservation.
So we get to run traps tomorrow too, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We'll run traps tomorrow, and you'll do some segments for the show, some more segments. And, so definitely still a lot of fun to be had. Let me see what else we got going on here. Hope to maybe see you next NTA.
Yeah. I'm planning on going to Escanaba, so yeah. Looking forward to it.
Mark Novi says, "I'll trade you a signed Ted Nugent arrow for a signed mug."
That's bribery. You don't have a signed Ted Nugent guitar, do you?
But anyway, so anything else? You guys just want to continue signing some stuff?
Yeah,
and we'll just let this run?
Yeah,
And,
I actually signed it all already.
You got, okay, let me grab a few more. And
I have writer's cramp before we're done.
Just like a book signing, huh?
Yeah, no, it was really great. Awesome to be here. You know, when I got out of high school, I went to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and built a log cabin. Actually moved to Michigan, changed my residency to Uper, and started running a trap line south of Ishpeming. I built a cabin on the Michigamme River and trapped 3 years. And I went back home and trapped my old fox line in Ohio when the trapping slowed down a little bit up in the UP. And then I went back up in the UP and trapped beaver and otter under the ice. Of course, back in those days, you were only allowed 25 beaver and 1 otter. So that's just the way it was in those days. But really enjoyed trapping in Michigan. Eventually, I took a job as a government trapper and moved to South Dakota. I got the fur fish game job of doing the question and answer column. That was in 1984 of all times. The fur boom had just passed, and I was a government trapper for 3 years and started making how to trap videos, and eventually got on ESPN. So it's been a long, fun career for me, and it's just so nice after all the bow hunting I've been doing for all these years to now finally get an opportunity to have a little bit of time to get back into the trap line. And I've been talking with the Fur Life TV about coming and trying to help them out a little bit, and that's what I came on this trip for, and we ended up at Jeff's place, and here we are. So a lot of fun.
anybody need a beverage?
Josie Wales. No, I better not. I better hold off on that until I finish all the signing. Anyways, I'll get to it with the pen while these guys ratchet jaw.
Hey, I'm not, not about having a cold one. I'm not signing nothing.
Pick up and show mine. Pick them up and show mine.
I'm going to finish my Trapline coffee.
Tom drinks a different bottle than me. But
Telling secrets.
Nick, Ernie, good beer. Heck yeah, buddy.
The traps are awesome.
Yeah, Nick, we definitely
They're fast too.
yeah, fast 160. We picked up a couple rats today and some top ed sets with your 160s. Definitely got some definite good use out of them for sure.
They definitely have some speed.
Yeah, Bob, we definitely could use the fur prices to go back up, but you know, even though prices are low and gas prices are high, and you know, when it's in your blood, it's in your blood. You're going to trap regardless.
These red ones are really nice.
Those are awesome.
I love these red ones. I'm taking a couple of these home with me. Not the signed ones, though.
Yeah, those red ones are cool. They turned out really nice.
Yeah,
I like
the red ones.
Yeah, I think Jessica's a big fan of those too. Hey, Alan, how are you? Hey, Zach, how you doing, buddy? Jason, Nate, Ron, what's up, Mr. Ron Edwards? How are you, bud? I don't know if you got a hold of that Wildcat or not, but I got the wet noodle. But anyways, so you got those signed already, Tom?
That doesn't take long, man.
Well, you've done that a time.
I've done that a time or two. All good.
You signed a few things.
I just can't believe how Pete Rose must have signed all them balls. All that. Think about it.
No kidding.
Hall of Fame for Pete Rose, right? Raise your hand.
Absolutely.
That's right. I'm in.
Absolutely. What kid didn't grow up doing the Pete Rose into second base?
No, I'm telling you, your home plate.
Yeah.
Superman. Even Superman practiced that.
Zach, I'm glad we didn't do any Supermans down any ditches today.
I had close. With the camera in my hand.
Yeah.
When that vine wrapped around my foot.
Oh, right over the
Oh,
culvert.
I had nothing to grab.
Yeah, over the culvert.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been
That'd have been
interesting.
fun.
That would have been an interesting
I'd make
moment.
some good TV.
Yeah, if you could salvage
That's the bad part about those video cards. All the shows on one card.
That's it. You ever lost any?
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
have to.
Oh yeah.
I have.
I mean,
How
it
how
happens.
sick does that make you when
Oh,
you
well,
lose?
extremely.
Good. Yeah. I mean, you can't cry about it, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a good thing. Especially if there's a hero shot on it, and you've got the kill shot with the bow on the one card, and then you lose your either one.
You don't have a show.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough.
Oh. Do you do anything to try and preserve?
Oh, you
them when
back
you're-
it up when you get back to the
When you
studio.
get back, yeah.
When you get back to the studio, but what about when you're at, you know,
No, you just don't.
in Africa
Just don't
or
lose it.
wherever?
No, you got to be careful.
Yeah. So you don't do any backup to the cards or anything while you're
No.
out. In
Well,
the
I mean,
field?
at night I always back it up to a drive.
Okay.
But I never erase the card. So I got
Gotcha.
the card in a
yeah,
drive.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can download it to the
Right.
computer.
Yeah.
right.
At night.
But yeah, you definitely want to preserve it 2, 3, 4 different ways because that's your whole trip. That's what you go there for is to get all that data and video footage and all that, right?
Oh yeah. The worst thing though is when the cameraman doesn't hit record. That's the worst thing. And you look back and you go, "Did you got it?" And he's like white as a ghost. You didn't. Double clicked, double punched. No, not good.
Yeah, or like you got an external mic and they forget to turn the mic on.
Yeah.
Now you have no audio.
But it's no videos, even worse.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. Yeah. And then you get to do the Trump thing. You're fired.
The
apprentice.
Apparently now
And you get your own way home.
Elon took his place now.
Right.
He's been firing a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. Half a company or more in that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hey, Jeff Inlow, how are you, buddy? But, all right. So you guys want to get ready to do your
Yeah, we'll do
segments,
some
or-
audio and we'll get her going.
All right.
Cool.
Well, we're going to go ahead and sign off here. Mark says, take that cameraman to the train station. Absolutely. Absolutely,
Good
Mark.
seeing you guys.
Fully agree with you. But, all right, well, we'll sign off here. Appreciate every one of you following us and hanging out with us and just watching our trapping chronicles, our shenanigans, I guess you could say. Got some more trapping trips to go this year. None of them are definite, but hope to do some trapping with my buddy Rob. Hope to do some more trapping with Nick and Jeff, and so hope to do quite a bit more. Bring some more lives and some more video and whatnot. So, anyways, I'll stop rambling. We'll get on with it, and you guys have a good one. We'll see you.